We had the colorism thing though. They're like, "Ooh, he's
Oh,
light."
yeah,
Good for you.
that's I think that's another thing too.
Mwokozi wangu, sema kiongozi wangu, naomba nikupe.
Hi guys, today is the day of my dowry ceremony, if you want to call it that. I don't know if that's what you call it here in TZ, but I guess in Swahili we just say mari. So today's my ceremony for that. Technically, I'm being bought today. Obviously, it's not nefarious like that, but it's a cultural thing where the future groom is and his family comes and give offerings to the bride's family. The families need to agree on a certain price, or not just it doesn't have to be just straight money, but it can also be gifts like fabrics and livestock. But since we're in the city, it's not going to be any livestock. We've transferred all of it into a monetary sum. So this thing was about to start at 1 p.m. It is now 3:30 p.m. and I'm so bored and tired because I have to be cooped up into this bedroom, because traditionally the girl is not supposed, or the bride is not supposed to come out until the arrangement between the families has taken place. But it has nothing started yet. They're still waiting for the food to be cooked. I see the men in my family are sitting like outside, on my dad's side anyway. By the way, I have not really showed his face on the videos because I don't want to just yet. But yes, he's from America, but he's been in Tanzania for several years, so he's quite familiar with the different cultures and customs that we have. I guess a lot of people who live in Europe or in America don't really do these kind of ceremonies, and I've never really done it either, and never partaken in anyone else's mari ceremony, so this is very new for me as well. Even my dad, he's not even such a traditional man, so he didn't even know all the ins and outs of this. I've been in this room for many hours and I'm sick of it. I've read some of my book, walked around, painted my nails. I'm just bored. So we are official now. How does it feel?
I guess it feels pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it feels really good.
Why did you want to do the mahari ceremony?
Well, I mean, it's about being integrated into your family, right?
Yeah.
Like that's like, I think.
But it's so far away from your culture, though, to like buy a wife. You bought a wife.
I bought a wife. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't really matter that it's like far from my culture. It's just, you know, I want our kids to be a part of TZ. And also, I think maybe it helps that I have such a good relationship with your relatives here that I have met. That it's about respect too. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I mean, that's how they reacted. Like, oh, we're so happy you respected us and, you know, our customs, and that we get to be a part of it. They really were so happy to be part of it.
I guess that's kind of the whole thing of like, I want to be. I mean, that was the thing too, right? Before we left TZ, we were like trying to find out how we can stay.
Yeah.
And the only reason we left, at least the only reason I left, was money. The only reason I left was because I could get more money back home. Yeah. Working a job back home. But I mean, I would still return in a moment if conditions were right.
What were your expectations of the mahari thing? Or did you have expectations?
I had expectations before I started talking to your dad, but I knew that our situation was different because, one, I don't have a representative for the dowry. And that's how it works, is someone from my family, I don't know if it's my dad or my uncle or what.
The elder from your dad's
exactly.
family.
An elder from my family is going to come and bargain the dowry for me. I'm simply going to be present, be there to answer questions, but I'm not going to do anything. I have to say, though, I was very much prepared and maybe even a little disappointed that there wasn't more direct questioning
Yeah.
I had expected to answer some questions, and I didn't really answer any questions.
Yeah. How did the bargaining go, for example?
There was no bargaining. We had agreed, rather had informed me of the price ahead of time. It was symbolic, right?
Yeah.
So it was like 4 cows, goats, But obviously, like, they know my American ass ain't gonna bring like a bunch
cattle.
of cows. You know what I mean, man? I don't know where to get a cow. I mean, I could probably, if I worked real hard, I could probably get a cow. But like, we don't need to do that. And what's your dad gonna do with a cow anyway?
Exactly.
So they just converted everything to dollar amounts. So there wasn't really any bargaining. It was mostly just like, we would like this price, and we were like, okay, I'm prepared to bring this.
I think everybody was real happy about you. At least everyone that I talked to that day afterwards, they was like, "Oh, you've got such a good man, and he's so nice and has nice manners." So.
Oh well, that's good.
Yeah.
I guess I'm glad
Also, we had the colorism thing though. They're like, "Oh, he's
oh,
light."
yeah, that's. I think that's another thing too. Yeah, I bet they just.
It's particularly one lady, and me and Trace were like, "Oh my god, lady," because that's kind of valued here in TZ.
Yeah.
They genuinely like you because you speak the language, and like Tanzanians are really happy if you just say like a couple of phrases and look like you're trying.
Yeah.
So the fact that you actually can communicate and have stories of where you have been in TZ and they get really impressed and happy about that. So
yeah, I'm glad.
I'm super happy about it. You're introduced.
Yeah, it's nice being official. I like that quite a bit. That they're just like, that's what they kept saying. Is like, now you can go anywhere you want.
You can
together.
go to Zanzibar.
Yeah, go to Serengeti. Like, I was like, all right, man, I'd probably just kick it here, but.